Hey there. Thanks for tuning in. If you don't want to listen to me ramble for 20 minutes or so, then you can scrub along the timeline and you'll find the screenshots at the end of the video. Moving on, little life update. I know I haven't really posted for 2 months or so, as you can clearly see from my YouTube channel. It's because for the first month or so, I've been focusing a lot of energy with my admission requirements for a new chapter in my life called grad school. I know I do identify myself if you read my bio or if you've read my bio that I am a medical student or an incoming medical student. I was technically, I'd already sent applications to numerous med schools and I actually got in, but recently my mother got sick and we had a real heart to heart talk about what I'd like to do with my life and if medicine was, the path for me. And given that talk, I had some form of realization here and there, and I finally decided to pursue something else, not medicine. I mean, my family is a family of doctors, so that's why the natural inclination was to pursue medicine because they're all doctors. But given the state of things and given my personal outlook on it, I decided against it, or I decided to finally not pursue it. Henceforth, from this day on, I am now a grad student for my psychology degree. So that was the first month of my inactivity from YouTube because I was doing that, and then the second month is probably just me playing a lot of video games with a bunch of friends because I recently got into Apex Legends or this other game called Rainbow Six Siege with a bunch of other med friends. Funnily enough, a bunch of people I met through a party I had way back when the restrictions were lowered here in my country. So I've been doing that for the past month. I've been playing a lot of Apex. I think it's pretty fun. I used to play badminton a lot competitively, and the fact that I get to play a video game competitively with other people is a nice distraction or a nice extra co-curricular activity while I figure out things in my personal life. Anyways, back to the build. So this is actually a shell challenge, my first ever shell challenge, and it's a challenge from Simmary Sims, I think. I personally love her. I personally like her. I personally follow her on my personal Instagram account. That's a lot of personal and a lot of challenges for you. Anyways, she just creates these really user friendly, for lack of a better term, user friendly houses that the playability factor is really good. There's not much, I mean, there is clutter, but it's situated in a way that doesn't really interrupt with your overall game flow when you do decide to download the house. And it's some might say it's a little basic, but hey, I like it and I love her content. So when I saw a post way back, this shell challenge is probably 3 months old already. I made this shell challenge way back too, so it's an old video of mine. I have a buttload of videos stored away in my hard drive right now that I've yet to fix or yet to edit because, like I said, I was busy for like the past 2 months. Busy with air quotes. Anyway, so yeah, she posted this challenge and it was a interesting build. The exterior shell was pretty interesting. I think most shell challenges have a very wonky and interesting and peculiar looking exteriors. Henceforth, that's where the challenge arises, and that's exactly what this build is, and I found it really interesting enough to actually take it on. And because it was from one of my favorite creators, and also I think I was inspired by this other creator. His name is Tefismo, or Tefismo Builds on Instagram and on YouTube, where he made this very green house, literally plants everywhere on the exterior and wooden frame everywhere on the exterior. And when I saw that, and then I saw the shell challenge, and I kind of put two and two things together and decided to make this type of build with the shell that I had. You'll see later down the video, it's very green, plants everywhere, and a lot of water features. specifically the water fountain pool thing that I just created here right now. I think it's an interesting feature of the house given the whole half polygon shape thing that you see where I place the windows. So rather than just make a basic room, I made a fountain infinity pool mountain pool. Anyways, we shall now move forward with the interior section of the build. I will place timestamps below if you're into those kind of stuff, if you want to see the interior section of the house and how she did it. I don't know if it's really a how-to, like, oh, this is how you design the interior with these particular colors and this particular decor in mind, but hey, if you're into that kind of stuff, the timestamps are there for you to see. And usually enough, I don't I kind of make a meme out of it and just put funny phrases that are still kind of related to what the timestamp will show, but it's not like your generic, oh, this is the interior of the house, oh, this is the exterior of the house. So that's just, my funny bone showing. Humor is subjective, but I find it funny whenever I do that. So I'm gonna keep doing it until actually no one will stop me. So to each his own. Anyways, back to the build. I think this is the most well thought out interior I have done in a while. I think each room was well thought of. I think it also helped that when I decided to take up the challenge, I had the trinket family in mind. That LGBT family you find in the eco lifestyle, what you call town. I don't know. I can't even remember what the town is called, but yeah, the girl who like goes to your house, knocks on your door, and says like, "Hey, can I fix that thing for you? Oh, hey, do you have a fabricator? I can like fabricate something because hey, community, your stuff is my stuff." But anyways, that family with the two women and the daughter, I had them in mind. Hence, if you watch the whole video, you'll notice that I have a children's bedroom at the third floor. The master bedroom is at the second floor, and this one specific bedroom is maybe a spare bedroom, as you can clearly see. Or now I'm doing the master bedroom. Anyways, going back to my train of thought, I had that family in mind, so I was designing the house with that family in mind. Hence, it was easier for me to create a story with the interior design, and I hope that it resonates with what you're seeing right now. This bedroom alone is pretty much a vibe. I personally didn't think I could design such a nice bedroom that meshes well with the exterior of the build. As you will see as the video progresses, it's going to get very eco-centric or very planty, for a lack of a better term. So the fact that the interior of the house as well is also eco-centric or is also very planty or plant-based, I think that's not the appropriate word, but I'm going for it, is a big plus in my book. And I know I made this house a long time ago, and I'm just doing the voiceover now. So the fact that I get to see the work I did again, it's a nice change of pace. I didn't think I had that kind of level of creativity in me, which is a plus since the whole concept behind this whole YouTube channel is to get better at something every day, and that being better at something is The Sims, or is me creating stuff on The Sims, because I love the game in itself. So to be better at it and to share content to people that people will use is a big benefit and a big esteem boost. That's not necessarily ego driven, but more for self-improvement, if I'm making any sense. Anyways, back to the build. So this is the kid's bedroom I was talking about earlier. I don't really know her name. Maybe a quick search would probably fix that, but I'm too scared to touch anything on my computer. That would probably mess up the whole audio video recording settings that I have set place. So I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, that I had her in mind, and I knew she was a girl, and I kinda still tried to make it as gender neutral as much as possible. And I hope that resonates well with what you're seeing right now, especially if you don't have the same family in mind. And now we can move forward with the exterior part of the build, specifically this pond that I made. In order to extend the fountain feature, I decided to create on the right side of the house to add more character. It's going to be inhabited with a lot of shrubbery and all the ducks and frogs they added for the cottage stuff, which I think is pretty neat. And now I'm trying to do the wood planks that I saw my other favorite sim builder do or created in his house. And I think I will link both Simmary. I will link both Simmary and Tefismo's Instagram channels or any of their social channels down below. So if you're interested in looking them up, then you can just use the description as reference for their stuff or creations. Actually, in hindsight, since we're deciding the living area at the moment, I don't think I included the kitchen and dining and TV area for this build, which I'm only slowly realizing now as I record this voiceover. So I apologize for that. To fix that problem, I'll just probably show a crap ton of screenshots for the kitchen, the dining, and the TV area. So just to appease y'all, if anybody else cares as much as I do, I think I removed it because I moved the camera too much and it just looked really odd to film it or to have it sped up. So I'm trying to save your eyes from a dizzying sight. So sue me. But please don't, because I don't have the necessary resources to defend myself. Anyways, I think I preemptively said that we're now moving forward with the exterior part of the build. I think not. We're still decorating the interior. I am so sorry. I made this house a long time ago. 2 months ago to be exact. I haven't touched The Sims in a long time. Maybe recently because there's this new update with all the scenarios and stuff, and I did create a new save file for the reach your first million or whatever, basically your rags to riches, but it's now credited by The Sims. In a way, you have a live tracker of it. I think it'd be a step-by-step progress. Reach a 1 million mark by reach a 10,000, then reach your first 50, then reach your first 100. But nah, EA decided to be lazy and just gave you the end goal of hopefully you reach a million soon. Moving on, we know that EA will never be perfect because they've never been really good in the first place. Well, maybe they were, but then they rested it on their laurels because they're like a big game conglomerate and they make a lot of money. So why put up so much effort on something new or different if the old formula is tried and tested and it works? It's a big money maker, so you can't really expect much from them because they're such a big developer. But then again, they are kind of pushing towards the right direction. I think EA with the right set of people working for them, they can really create wonderful things. And one of them, for me personally, I think is the Jedi Fallen Order. I didn't expect the game to be that good when I played it. The fact that it was really good threw me off actually, and I was pleasantly surprised to have witnessed a game that I can't say I'm a big fan of, although I'm a fan of space stuff or space in general. Not really Star Wars specifically, but as a neutral, looking from the outside, I thoroughly enjoyed it when I had the chance to play the game over the pandemic. So I try not to be so harsh on The Sims for as much as possible because I know they're trying their best. I mean, they're moving towards, I think, the right direction with the inclusivity and all, but the kits, man, they're too obvious. It's too much of a money grab, and I just hope it was just like an update, Anyways, finally, we move forward with the exterior part of the build where I actually start placing all the plants and try to prove to you all that this house is very not egocentric, but eco-centric. I can't say with full honesty. I don't know what my frame of mind was when I was creating this build, but I can't say with full honesty that I placed these plants strategically, but I did try to not when like there's these instances where you just plaster so many clutter items on the wall that when you put down the walls in live mode or in play mode, basically when you play the game, they're in the way when you I don't know what you call it when you remove the wall so you can see your sim and you can actually click on the objects for you to interact with them. So if you put too much clutter on your walls and they don't attach well enough to the wall that's in game, it just stays there levitating. So as much as possible, I'll try to fix that problem or try to minimize that issue with this build because like I said, why the reason why I like Simmary as a sim builder is because her builds are very user friendly and it doesn't really interfere with the flow of your game if you do decide to download this house, which is in the gallery or which I will link down below. But then again, it's just in my gallery account if you're interested. Better me, #YT. Anyways, so yeah, I tried to minimize that effect as much as possible with my build. I mean, there are ways around it. So hopefully I did just that. And when you do download the build, you will appreciate it or you won't find it as tedious when you have like a levitating shrub blocking your view. But then again, I know it's been 2 months, but I already posted this build on my gallery. So if you're like a long time follower or you do follow me on the gallery, you would have noticed that I've already uploaded this there, which is kind of well because this challenge had a deadline, so I had uploaded it then. But I have yet to like really make a video about it. I initially planned on uploading this video when I'd uploaded it in the gallery, as I usually do. But like I said earlier, I was really focused with my admissions for grad school, so I didn't do that, and I just didn't have the time, or I didn't find the time because I was just distracted with a lot of other things. But anyways, yeah. So here it is, me doing all the other additional designs, these like branches that you get from Jungle Adventure, which I adore, by the way. I have used that branch in many other builds in my more lore driven builds. I think you could also say that this is kind of is it a lore driven build in a way because it's like it's very eco-centric. I don't know why I've been using that word, but I've just been sticking with it because I don't know how to describe what design I pulled off with this house. I tell you not. I cannot, in all honesty, say what my frame of mind was when I was creating this build. But yeah, I hope you like it enough that you would like it. You'd like to download it and give it a try in your own save file because it looks interesting. I don't oh yeah, please download my house because it looks very interesting and I think you'll like it very much. What a nice pitch, Grace. Anyways, yeah, I can't for 100 I can't also say that this is clearly you can't really expand the build. It's not really a family oriented house, although there are 3 rooms for your sims. Expandability wise, maybe it's a little difficult because I did place a lot of shrubbery. I mean, if you're into building and you can fix it, then by all means do it. But for an average sim builder, I think it'd be a little difficult because I did use tool mod to place some of the items on the walls. But hopefully that doesn't deter you from your inches in the house. Hopefully you can still get it. Yeah, I'm a good salesperson. I should probably be a salesperson because I am really selling this house. Anyways, I believe I've embarrassed myself a lot in this 20-minute video or so. We are almost coming to the screenshot, so if you want to speed through there, then be my guest because I have embarrassed myself thoroughly throughout this video. Anyways, if you are, or if you reached far into this part of the build, please tell me if you prefer voiceovers with the background music or you prefer voiceovers without the background music because I'm having a hard time what sounds better Personally, I like listening to podcasts without background music, especially if I'm really into the person I'm listening to. I don't know if I do have the personality to sustain your attention. If I do, then maybe I'll remove my background music. But I am just currently doing the voiceover right now, so I don't really know what direction I'm gonna go with it post editing me. But we'll see. But for today's video, when screenshots do come at the end, I'll just probably plaster some some lo-fi music over it. I'm not gonna do my usual voiceover over screenshots. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. You will see. I'll see. Because I'll be editing this video later after I'm done with the voiceover. But yeah, I'm really grateful that you took the time to spend time with me today. Hope you like the build. Hope you enjoy the build and enjoyed me rambling throughout the video. And if you want to download the house, it's just down there in the gallery. Or link to my gallery is just down in the description. Either way, I hope you're having a great day wherever you may be. Thanks for hanging out with me. Screenshots are coming soon, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.